Dios te bendiga, Dios te guarde. Estamos aquí directamente desde el templo donde hemos estado ministrando este fin de semana. Y hay algo extraordinario, amén, que esta iglesia tiene en el basement de este edificio. Y es que ellos tienen su propio museo bíblico. Amén. Y vamos a estar compartiendo un poco. Y aquí estoy con el hombre, el arquitecto, digo yo. Amén. La persona que hizo estos diseños, estos trabajos de arte. Amén. Y les voy a estar poniendo la cámara hacia él para que él explique un poco, ya que él fue el que Dios lo dirigió, el Espíritu Santo fue el que lo dirigió a él para hacer este trabajo extraordinario para la gloria del Señor. Impresionante. Wow. Bien detallado.
Now, there's no information in the Bible about this temple, but we know there was a temple where Jesus walked, where he was dedicated. This is Herod's temple, where this took place. Jesus taught on those steps right there. Those half of those steps. This is also the temple when they went for the Passover, and his mom and dad went home. On the way home, they missed him, they had to come back. They found him in the temple. This is the temple he was in. You may have missed. The light is burnt out in here, but if you look inside, the veil is ripped from top to bottom when Jesus was crucified.
Cuando el velo se arrancó. Mire para allá, cuando Cristo fue crucificado.
These long steps are called the ancient steps in the Bible. The altar there is made out of stone. It's not made out of brass. It's not a brazen altar. It's made out of stone in Herod's temple only. This little wall around here is made to keep the Gentiles out. There's a little sign right down here in Hebrew that says, "No Gentiles allowed." If they go in there, they're put to death.
Wow.
That's Solomon's porch. go on the edge and shoot upwards if you can. You'll see the top ceiling part. All the pillows.
Impresionante.
That's the outer court. There's a Star of David right in the center of it. This is the step and walkway for bringing the animals up to be sacrificed.
Por esos escalones eran que traían los animales para ser sacrificados. Bien detallado. Qué impresionante.
That's the holding pen for the animals. And this is where they slaughter them.
Ahí era donde se aguantaban los animales y los mataban.
There's 5 lavers with wheels. That's not for the priest to wash in, that's for washing animal parts. There's 5 on each side.
Ahí era donde se lavaban los animales.
There's 2 pillars in front, the brass pillars. One is Joktan, and the other one is Boaz. That's the Holy of Holies, where you see the 2 cherubims with wings out, touching a wall. But the light is out on the inside. But if you look inside there, you see the jewels. Mm-hmm. You see 5 of the showbread tables. You see 5 of the candlesticks. There's palm trees carved on the walls and jewels on the walls.
Impresionante.
There's the other 5 of the lavers that's on wheels. That's what the Bible says. The big laver here, there's 12 oxen with the backsides together. That's where the priests wash. In here, you have the brazen altar in Solomon's temple.
los favoritos míos, el tabernáculo.
If you can get a shot straight down, you see where the Nazarite shaved his head, cut his hair. You come a little farther, right down there, there's a pair of scissors next to the wash pot. This is where they cook. The priests cook. That's where they bake the showbread. It's got to be baked inside the tabernacle. That's their water pot. And that's where they boil the shoulder, right there, that fire pot. Then we'll go that way just a little bit. This is the area where the priests eat. There's a pile of showbread right in the middle. The morning of the Sabbath, the bread is baked, and the morning of the Sabbath at 6 o'clock, it takes 8 priests to change the showbread. 4 priests. The first one carries a plate of showbread. The second priest carries a bowl of incense. The third one, a bowl of incense. And the last one, a plate of showbread. The other 4 priests go in and they hold the veil up. There's no door on the veil. They hold it up. The 4 priests go in and they stand on the north side of the showbread table. The other 4 priests puts the veil down. They stand on the south side of the showbread table. They reach over and they take hold, but they do not lift, of the old stack of the showbread. The first priest puts his on the table and they slide it over. They touch knuckles and slide it over, and then the priest picks it off. Because God said you'll have showbread on that table at all times. Never take it off completely. Then they do the same with the incense, both incense, and they sprinkle incense on each bread. And the last one puts this bread over, and they sprinkle incense on it. The 4 priests have brought their load in. They come over, they pick up the veil, and the other 4 priests, carrying the old showbread, they come out. And that showbread that was there for a week is given to the priest. And they say that it was just as fresh as the day it was baked. The other 4 priests, they put the veil down and they go about their business. This area right here is a slaughtering area. Right here is the breeches that they had. God said you must wear, especially when you get into the altar, a brazen altar, for when you bend over. And here's also where they have to wash them. It's all scriptures down there. I think if you get down here, you get a better shot in there. You see the candlestick over on the far side, the showbread table, and the incense altar. Now on the top, if you look down on that mirror, shoot right down on that mirror. Is it picking up? I'm not going too far. That's not picking it up, but there's, on the white linen, there's if you see the cherubims on the, down in there, you see the white, you see the cherubims.
It's not picking it up, yeah.
Yeah. There's 4 coverings for the tent. The first one is the white linen. It's not to touch the ground. According to the Bible, it's 27 cubits. It's a cubit off the ground on each side. That's the same linen that covers the Holy of Holies, and it's not to touch the ground. The second one is the goat hair. It can touch the ground. The third is the skin's dyed red, and then the top covering is treated leather. It says badger skin, but it's not badger that we know of, the North American badger. Over in the Egypt area, their treated hides they call badger. Any treated hide is called a badger skin. And according to the Bible, every family had their supply of skins because there was no shoe stores. And the Bible says their shoes did not wear out. Therefore, every family had a supply of skins. That's where the skins came from. Porpoise hides and whatever. But they say, the rabbis had heard about this, they said that the blue color is supposed to be the color of the sky. From a distance, you couldn't tell a difference between the sky and that tent because of the color. The curtain that goes all the way around the temple was made in one piece. They have to roll that up when they move the tabernacle. It's all one piece. This tabernacle is set up for summertime. The priests on the hot sun, they can sit underneath either side. In the wintertime, they bring the skins all the way down, the covering all the way down and close it off. On the candlestick, in the daytime, they burn 3 lamps. In the evening, they burn all 7 lamps. On the side of the entrance there, there's a little screen on either side with a string. If it should rain or snow, they close that screen off to protect the veil. This is the wood for the altar, also the wood for the ovens and whatever.
Lo lindo es que tienen los versículos de la Biblia, todo conforme a la palabra del Señor. Qué impresionante, gloria a Dios.
This has been here approximately 14 or 15 years. That's when I made it. was made for a school play, for a graduation. That was the start of the model building here. That's the first thing I built for the play. And the cross is standing over here. That's all. It became the same play. I had a pita pocket on here for the bread, and it was there for about 4 years, and all of a sudden it disappeared. This is something for you to read and think about.